Ladies and gentlemen, I asked operator mains for their best tip, and these are no ordinary operator mains, these are pro players. Shut up, you worm, this is a terrible video because you haven't asked me yet. I'm literally Legion. Hey, whoa, pipe down, Legion, I literally made you. And shouldn't you be sticking to the YouTube shorts anyways? So guys, comment down below what operator or player I should get on next. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, next up we have Smoke, and I'm here with the pro player Kino. He's a professional player in Siege. So, what is your best tip for Smoke, Kino?
My best tip for Smoke is actually two tips in one. Two Smoke lineups from back lockers all the way to default, both default plants to long angle if the other team has an OSA, and the default plant, the plant that everyone knows it. So we have this one right here, which is it's very easy. If you see this part of the door right here, it just has to land on it. So you don't really have to aim it anywhere specific. You just crouch in this corner, make this hole right here, and the rotate, you can make it vaultable. I like it like that, or you can make it running, but it doesn't matter. And you can aim in this white square, like pretty much anywhere, aligning with this blue part. Just aim, toss, and it lands right there.
I go the thinnest part that I could plant right here.
Let's see.
Yeah, there's no way I'm sticking that.
Yeah, that would do. And that will also get this plant right here. If they're planting behind a Monty or behind an OSA shield, a lot of teams like to plant right here. That will get it as well. Both of them.
And they would have to push up a lot.
Yeah, either plant on the bomb, or you can, you can die from garage. You can have a teammate holding this cross or nitro. Then the other lineup is the safest one. You go all the way back here. You lock yourself into this corner with the trash and the desk. And you put the dot, the center dot, you put it, you see there's like an L here with two white lines. You put it on this L right here.
Yeah, I feel like on Bang, this is like one of the easiest plants that go down, and nobody ever, I mean, even though you have two C4s, people will just like kind of, they get baited by it, and then no more C4, and it's just like, now you have to retake, and it's like one of the hardest plants to defend. But with Smoke, if you really get with it, then like it's really, unless they shoot the Smoke in midair, it's a really good toss.
Yeah, the Smoke, no way they're going to be able to shoot in midair. And now we can go into how I usually play this bomb site as Smoke and what my setup is.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see that. I know it looks very similar to a default, but I'm sure there's a lot like...
Yeah, there's some key factors
some changes to it.
Let's start deep. Okay, let's start your lockers. I like making this rotate. You can make it crouched or standing. It doesn't really matter. It's just for easy access to the back hatches. You can, if they're doing a back push, you can hold this, you can hold that. These holes are very essential for main hold. Look, I'm going to show you right now. If you stand right there and play the holes, and I'm coming down main, I don't see anything. Do you see me?
Wow, no, I see your whole half body.
Exactly. If I go prone here, I can see you, but then it's like a long journey, and you can already start shooting even before I go prone.
Yeah, I love one ways,
those
bro.
Those one ways are essential. And then coming here into garage, a lot of teams like reinforcing this garage wall. If you're not holding garage, it's good, or else they're gonna have an angle onto red hall, which could be bad. But if you have either a bulletproof or someone playing garage, like for example, a very good angle to hold garage is right here. You go inside in this car and aim through the window, and this is like a one-way angle.
Sheesh.
So if you have a teammate holding garage or a bulletproof camera at least, you can use these garage holes to either kill people in server, or even if they try to plant default but they go a little bit more, like they go a little deeper than they have to, then you can see their heads, and you can deny plant from here without using a single smoke, C4 or whatever. So these holes are very good.
Yeah, I think the person with the 1.5 should be holding this angle all the time.
Oh yeah, like a castle if you're doing a roam, or like a warden, you know, one of those. And then coming into lockers, I like making this rotate a running rotate for easy access. These holes, you have to make it for this lineup. You don't have to open the entire wall. You can just make a little tiny hole for the lineup here. This rotate in red, I like making it vaultable, because if they drop the hatch or they're trying to go deep inside, they have to like vault this. It's kind of awkward for them. Now we're talking about the most important part of the strat. These holes right here on these two walls, the locker wall and the red wall. This one It's just for like if they're coming deep inside, or if they're dropping the hatch, you can hold it from back lockers, the drop, or like the bomb. You can also throw a smoke right here, lands on behind the bomb, denies the plant. But the best part is this rotate right here on the red hall. The hatch guy is either going to be holding this door, or he's going to be holding this rotate. But with what this rotate does is you can sprint across without dying from the server, people. You can sprint across and kill the planner. Yeah, I usually don't do this as smoke. The person who does it on my team is Spoit. He's done it many times in matches. He just comes here. He either fights this angle in server, but majority of the time, the people are going to be on hatches, and there's going to be a guy back server holding this angle, which they're most likely going to open this wall. So
it's definitely a ballsy peek.
Yeah, it's ballsy, but it's very good. It works all the time. You sprint across here, you kill the planner, or you just come here wide. Don't even worry about the hatch. And then early round, or these holes here in server, you're supposed to be just head level, because if you have a teammate playing server stairs early to deny time and shoot some drones, you can hold the drop right here on the door, and you can hold like the cross. If they drop it, they try to peek the bottom of the stairs, you can hold everything from here. And you don't really need this wall reinforced anyways. You can put this reinforcement upstairs in open area to stall some time. This one is the most important one, so they don't use a long angle to deny red and lockers. But this one's kind of useless.
I think I even learned a lot. I think a lot of other people watching this are going to learn a lot too. But yeah, guys, you can deny so many plants with the smoke, and everybody knows this, but smoke either runs out of grenades early or he dies just throwing it. So use his lineup and you guys will win so many more ranked games. So thank you, Kino. Let's move on to the next operator now. Next up, we have Twitch, and I'm here with Wes from Eddy.LG, which is a top competitive team in Siege. So Wes, what is your best tip for Twitch?
So first best tip for Twitch is stop running the F2. It's completely troll. First thing you want to do is bring a DMR, and even if you're not pushing it, just as soon as you spawn, come over here and open some windows, create pressure. So for this example, we're going to say the site is in bar on Chalet. So if site's bar, just spawn out front door, open that. And then another thing you want to remember about Twitch, use your drones. Get every default cam as fast as you can. Just send one in, get the west main cam down there. Maybe you come over here to the front door. Boom, zap the lobby cam on right there, and then take it to blue, zap that cam. And then other than that, you have the biggest thing about Twitch is what a lot of people underrate is that you have 4 drones. No other operator in the game has that, like besides Flores, but his blow up. But you have 4 drones. If you use every drone like it's a life, the impact you can have on a round isn't necessarily something you can see. It's more of an intangible. But just the absolute value you can get out of your drones is insane. Sure, you use Twitch drones to clear utility, Fenrir, Goyo, Mira, whatever. You use those to clear everything. You can have one of your normal drones as a flank cam. You can use your other drone to drone in a teammate. You can do so much. And then on top of that, you have the DMR to open pressure. It's a 69 damage body shot, like that 2 shots any 3 speed. I just feel like a lot of people are undervaluing Twitch. And on top of that, you have smokes for the execute, however you want to use them.
A lot of people like they get their drone shot super early, and they don't even get any utility down. They just like maybe shock a roamer,
nope.
Like a regular drone.
Yep.
Shock a drone from like, and they miss the zap.
Just get that nice 1 damage so they can get an assist.
What's your loadout on Twitch?
I personally just run the DMR flash or muzzle brake, my bad, with a 1.5 vertical grip. And then I usually bring smokes, but there are situations where you can bring a claymore, but I just think smokes is the safer pick. I just run my handy dandy pistol. I never use laser sight. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, she's pretty straightforward. So you guys heard from one of the best Twitch players, you know, don't get your drone shot too early. So on to the next operator. So this next operator we have is Ying, and I'm here with the pro player Eddy from Luminosity Gaming. So Eddy, what is your best tip for Ying?
Best tip for Ying would be just to swing with your balls out when you throw that fucking flash.
I think a lot of people are just like, they throw it, they're like indecisive, they should hop in or not.
Most of the time, everyone in the fucking vicinity will be flashed, so you just catch them with their pants down. So basically, my thought process would be just to drone close elbow, because people will like put ADSs here, like with my discs. You tell your teammate to burn, or you just burn with the smoke grenades. If this ADS is deep elbow, those ADSs will not matter, because you will get the Yings will catch the guy on elbow. you don't have to burn for it. And then you just cook it and you throw it right here. And then the guy elbow will be flashed. It doesn't matter where he sits. You sprint in right after you flash the guy and you get freebies. That's how you open up the round.
Yeah, and you said to swing your balls out. So when would you say you should uncook your Ying versus when you should cook it? Is there any like specific moments?
I always like to cook my Yings just because I feel like uncooked Yings, if you're playing against a good player, they'll just shoot it. But maybe if you're like doing like a 3-2-1 XQ with the team and you want to throw all your Yings out, you should just toss them around and see like who they catch, I guess.
And what about loadout on Ying? You think people should use shotgun? Maybe what sight they should use? Grips?
I use 1.5 scope. I use the vert grip. Sometimes I go suppressor. Most of the time I go flash hider though. Very rare instances I will go shotgun. The shotgun is really good on Ying. Always bring smokes as well. Actually, no, never mind. Harbor gadgets are pretty good.
Yeah. So how would you say you combine the smoke grenades versus Yings? Do you smoke? Do you flash inside the smoke, or should you just flash off angles and spread them apart in the room, or is it situational?
Whenever I bring smokes, I usually burn with the smokes. If like you're solo queuing and rank.
Oh,
like,
so you're using it to burn? Okay.
Yeah, you could use it to burn. Like you could use it to smoke off different angles. I like to use my Yings for like the aggression to clearing out like the important spots like elbow, pillar. You could Ying pillar. It's a really strong thing to do.
Well, you guys heard it from one of the best Ying players here. So, give Eddy a follow on your social medias. All right, for the next operator, we have Ash, and this will be from Silent on Luminosity Gaming in Pro League. So, Silent, what is your best tip for Ash?
Well, this tip is actually, a lot of teams like to hold shop with mute, smoke, whatever that be, just waste time here or even play to the death. And a good way to get this open is that you actually do it from below. So if you follow me outside here, you could do it from outside mining window. And you just prone, shoot open the window, shoot a little slit where the castle is. Usually have a teammate on the self repel and ping the castle for me before I can shoot under it. And we 3-2-1 it and I ash it. Castle goes down and my teammate on the self repel kills the guy in shop or forces him out and we get shot. Full shot control.
Yeah, it's definitely a really good strat for like I mean, I don't even know people do this in ranks. I feel like people in rank barely even fucking put up a reinforcement for our castle barricade, so.
Yeah, a lot of people in Pro League don't even know about this. A lot of them die to it.
I feel like this is like castles in general, like with soft flooring. I don't think people always think you have to like directly go at it, but you can always like soft floor below and radius with like a grenade. How about your loadout?
It doesn't even matter if there's a Rooney gate or nothing on it. I usually run 1.5 unless you're like a hollow god. I'm unfortunately not. I use 1.5 flash hider and vert grip. Don't be afraid to shy away. If you like hollows and you like controlling recoil, I would use R4C because like even on Finka and Scrims Pro League right now, since Finka's back with nades, I use Finka.LG still. In Scrims, I think it's personally really good if you control the recoil. But
use a 1.5 or hollow on it.
1.5. I'm one of the few crazy people that use it, and I think it's really good.
How about like let's just look a quick round, let's say like on any map, any bomb site, like as an entry in ranked or even scrims, like what should an Ashman look out for in general?
The first thing is you got to take space. So let's say you get this control cigar shop, you blow this down, you got to probably come here, drone it out. You as Ash entry main in competitive or ranked, you should not be droning yourself when you entry. You could, but it will take long. You have to be more cautious. Usually want your support player or second support like a Lion, Dokkaebi, whatever it is, to drone you in, make sure this is clear. Always quick peek or check that there isn't a zombie on this table behind you, on these couches. If there is a zombie here, you're gonna have to clear them because you're not gonna enter in that zombie. There's a lot of one-ways. But as there isn't, you have this control. You gotta, next thing entry looks for, once you have control of the side of the map that you're attacking, the next thing you look for is a gap in their defense. So example of that is, let's say they're cocktail and no one is in bathroom or pixel and you drone this, you gotta call out to your team that there's a gap that you guys could double up and take all the way to Whitehall. And if you have someone on white rappel, upside down rappel, or even on top of this AC holding white come up, you already won this round. Having this white control and bathroom control, even blow open this wall, there's usually a rotate right here for the defense. So if you have this control, you can see all the way to C1, and if you kill the C1 guy, the round's already over. That power position is, if you kill that guy, the round's already over. You have white control. It's just they're way too suffocated, and they're just gonna panic, and they're just gonna die. They're just gonna win the round.
That's a really good point you bring up about like gaps. Is that like I feel like in ranked and even just on a lot of maps in general, there's always like this white hall. Instead of like maybe going through freezer, like there's always kind of like a common gap. Like some people aren't holding white as much, and then you can just kind of just the same angles, and you can smoke a lot of teams. I think if people get really consistent with that in ranked, then they can easily like with a 5-stack like hit champion easily. So
another big thing is entries is do not be afraid to die. Your job is to die to take that space. If you do not take space because you're afraid to die, you're not going to win the round. It is your sole purpose, your one job is to take the beginning space or any space that your team needs. So if you're afraid of dying, you're never going to take that space. And that the enemy team is just always going to sit there and you guys are going to trickle all the time.
that's very true. Well, you guys heard it from one of the best entries in the world. So thank you, Silent. Let's move on to the next operator now.